All right, we here now. Very close up. Got the big old nostril effect. We're breathing more square inches of oxygen per breath than the average mother jumper on with. Or getting more of the breath. All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and move this up. Y'all see me tucked in my cut. I got a couple visitors that be coming down. See what's up. It's sunny right now, so I'm blessed. I'm happy about that. I got my fake meouts on, so that kind of throw people off a little bit until they realize I got it tucked somewhere else. So, man, we got to jump into this, man, because we're the do-it-yourself guys, man. And if you feel like, getting a homemade concoction from self, when I start showing how to make certain teas or how I make certain teas, you can feel free when I have the whole site and everything set up. But right now, the do-it-yourself thing is, really simple as far as like moving your lymphatic fluid. You're going to see a lot of little commercials and stuff like that, advertisement promotions for the new health age people talking about kidney filtration. So I just got to pretty much touch on that. And moving the lymph. Nobody's not talking about that. So shout out to Dr. Robert Morris, who was on it about 10 years ago. Now you see we have to remix it and bring it back to you again. Because a lot of people's not really, people who know about it are not really talking about it. And so the key to like optimal health is making sure that your lymph is moving. Yeah, I'm getting my stuff ready so I can get ready to move around and stuff. Sky's out, thighs out. I got a couple eyes around, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get situated so when I have to bounce, I can just jump up. So, your lymphatic fluid. This is like your immune system, they call it. Your lymphatic system. This is where all it's not that you fight diseases up in that system. It's just the fact that you got to look at it as if it's a sewage system. It's a good way to look at it like that, because once this fluid, this is an interstitial fluid, begins to be stagnant. Dude heard me talking. Now he got up and shit. He want to come over here. I'm pretty sure that's why I'm getting ready. Got my legs out. I got to be careful. But this is health right here, though. And so people's like, trying to tap into the fruit, and they're like, I'm working out. I want to get the muscle for the fruit. How do you build it? But mainly, really, why you're eating the fruit is really for moving the lymphatic fluid. You got a lymphatic system that collects a lot of, bacteria and trash in your body. And so if that ain't filtering properly, you're damn near gonna have kidney failure, adrenal failure, and all these things, especially with those who's using a lot of adrenal things to keep their adrenaline up, So in order to keep that balance, the thing you gotta do is make sure you keep your lymphatic system operating at its highest optimal level, which is jump roping, sweating. That's how you do it. Sweating, getting your urine out the right, not holding it in, getting your feces out, making sure, you're clearing your gut out. All this stuff keeps the lymphatic system moving and working properly. If you're not doing that and you're getting backed up, then you have a more of a better chance of developing a tumor in some form of your body, which is, when I'm saying your body, is a lymph node, whatever. You got lymph nodes all over. Now they prove that you got it in your brain too. So you can have tumors anywhere. This is where you develop, hardened lymph nodes where it doesn't even carry out its function that it's supposed to do, which is move, but it moves really slow. Hey, what's happening, Raven? But it moves really slow. And so we're so gung-ho on cooking a lot of food and taking the nutritional elements up out of the food. Hey, Melissa, what's happening? We're taking the nutritional elements up out of the food, by cooking it and not getting all the minerals that we actually need. We're actually kind of hurting ourselves. And this is where the fruit comes in at. And fruit is really super, because you can get the lymphatic system moving real quick with fruit. I'm talking about like in a couple of days, even if you've been eating meat. You'd be so surprised. And the best fruit to use, man, is grapes. A lot of people can eat grapes. I don't know too many people who don't like grapes. So if you can get on a grape fast, and I'm not going to say an extreme grape fast for about, yeah, we got some great weather right now, but not an extreme grape fast for like 20 days or so. You want to, do it for about a day or two, a whole day. And whenever you get hungry and your gut is feeling like empty, because you're probably used to keeping it full, get some grapes. They're not affordable like that, but if you can afford them, go ahead and get you some of that. Don't worry about the grape juice right now. Just eat your grapes and enjoy your grapes. And if you can get them with seeds, it's even more better, because you won't be able to eat as many grapes, because the grape seed has all them little nutrients on the inside when you eat them, and they crunch like hey, it says sup bro, by the way, what's that mean? Oh, you're a co-pilot. Oh my goodness, you out there, you flying. That's what's up, man. Shout out. Oh man, you put a smile on my face on that one. I like to hear that. So yeah, so getting that lymphatic system moving, man, is it's an interstitial fluid. You got two of them, three in a way, but two, that's your blood and your lymph. But you got neuro too. So this is where you got to keep, get your neurology down pat. And the only way to do that is eating that fruit, keep you sharp, man. It's that is simple. It's not even like complex to drink all these teas and got to heal your body and stuff all over again. You don't want to be all, nah, just start eating fruit and watch it gradually work for you. I used to be at a gym, I used to work at a gym, and people used to always ask me, what did I eat? And I'd be like, I'm sitting back now, I'm outside getting the sun. And I'd be like, yo, this right here. And I have like oranges and, whatever I'm eating, all the fruit right here. This is what I eat through the whole time if I'm at work or whatever, if I ain't got to do strenuous labor at work, And then, after a good workout, eating a big salad or something. It's about it's about clearing your system and getting that lymphatic system moving. If you're getting sick, fasting is the best way to help that lymphatic system move also. But when you put some fruit up in there, oh man, I'm talking about good fruit that works. Like I say, a lot of people work out, they do, you see them do the little watermelon thing and shit, because they hear like, oh, watermelon got citrulline, it's gonna make you swole, you're gonna be like, oh, all this shit. What I mean? They're forgetting the fact of the matter is that, man, citrulline is good for blood flow. So that means if you eat the watermelon with the seeds or whatnot, whatever you eat afterwards is gonna help. The blood is gonna be flowing that much more better to get the nutrients carried from that it obtained, from eating a solid meal. This is why you eat the fruit also. It's like aiding in everything, man. It gets the free radicals, the little demons, and all that shit about you, man. I'm telling you. So adding fruit into your diet and keeping your kidneys, working, making sure that you won't have no kidney failure, because it's hard to come back from a kidney failure. There's a yellow butterfly. It's hard to come back from kidney failure. I've seen people not come back from that. And most I do give, or your body do give you a warning. If you're working out and and your low back hurting and shit like that, and you taking all these subs and shit. I don't have subs like that, but I know I know how it is, But once you get your kidneys moving and filtering, like I say, if you got to stimulate them by getting a massage on your lower back, or sitting on a massage table where you get the water on your back, it'll get them filtering right away. And the way you can see it is you have to urinate into a cup. I had some footage on my other channel, but I had some footage on my other phone that broke, but I got to show you now though. Basically how to do a self, observation of your kidney filtration. You ain't got to go to the doctor and do no shit, get no blood drawn or nothing like that. You just go ahead and pee in the little bottle and let it sit for a day or two. If there's mucus up in there, because if you ain't did this before, your mucus may not drop to the bottom as quick. But if you have done this before and you already been eating fruit and stuff like that, you'll notice that you got mucus dropping at the bottom of the cup, or not the cup, but the bottle that you got, that urinate in. And you be like, okay, that means that you're filtering. If you have any type of pains on other sides of your body, that's like pimples and shit like that, one side is kind of clogged up a little bit. It's just showing you the size of your kidney. So you're looking at the kidney now. The kidney is kind of like the main. They running shit. The kidneys is running things, So you got to keep them running, keep them in a high optimal level. That's why, like a lot of black folks is subjected, are prone to these diabetes, and that's dealing with the kidneys. And you see people who try to market their little health schemes, like they say like, oh, diabetes, like they have, that they have diabetes and stuff like that, to kind of, deal inequality and make people feel comfortable that, they overcame their diabetes or whatnot. But we really, that's because we just ate the wrong sugar for too long of a time. You had the wrong amount of insulin spike in the morning. If you eat something in the morning that's sweet to get that insulin spike, you're supposed to eat a piece of fruit. Really? That's what the Most High designed it for. If you're going to eat anything, eat a piece of fruit. That gets that insulin spike going, boom, boom, boom. Your pancreas is doing what it do. You ain't got to overproduce, digestive enzymes, or underproduce digestive enzymes because you've been eating a certain way for so long, maybe animal protein or whatever, thinking that you can get only animal protein to get that muscle. I don't even eat, man, that much. I'm eating chickpeas, and lentils, man. You know what I'm saying? Quinoa, stuff like that. In the daytime, I don't even put nothing. I'm drinking my electrolytes. I got electrolytes, and I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna make some homemade electrolytes too. You get some natural sugar and some lemon. Boom. It's like lemonade. You know what I'm saying? Hence lemonade. Ain't that something? It's like Gatorade. Electrolytes. That's really what you should be eating and drinking. Your digestive system is like for your backup, man. You don't want to use that until like when the sun is almost about to go down a little bit. This goes with your circadian rhythm, you know. You notice when it gets nighttime, you start getting a little tired, you know. But if you're eating fruit all day, you know, you ain't gonna get that tired because you got this electric buildup in your body. It's like you buzzing at this point. So you got to eat something cooked that's ground to even doze off, you know. But yeah, you keep the kidneys going, right? You see, it's a lot of bodybuilders who had their kidneys fucked up. Some with the heart too, but at the same time, it's because they're using a lot of nitric oxide producing shit, you know. And sometimes over caffeine. Some people be 800, 1200 damn milligrams of caffeine and shit. Like, god damn, man, you don't even want to experience life, do you? At a regular level and shit. You know, you don't want to get old, it seems like, right? Or get mature. So yeah, you know, there's ways around these things. You gotta watch out. You know, that's just where like your ego can jump in, like ego lifting and shit. You know, people be ego lifting. You know, and you're not even ego lifting. If you're doing the right thing, people compete against you, and you're not even competing against nobody. But I just had to say that out loud. You know what I mean? So anyhow, though, I'm about to finish it up because I got to get off of here real fast. But you got to go ahead and keep that lymphatic system, like I say, moving. It's a slow interstitial fluid that has to move constantly. Eating the berries, if you eat those like a animal grazes, like a herbivore grazes on grass and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? They got 4 stomachs, they can digest all that stuff. We have to like grind this shit up and everything and get little sips of it because it's that potent for us. We don't need so much. Most High made us sensitive, you know? We can absorb energy from the light, from the sun, not just lights, just the sun too. Even we had UV rays like a herb plant and shit. You see how the plants grow under UV rays. That's why we're supposed to be under high UV rays and shit. You know what I'm saying? We're absorbing information and downloads. Everything is alive. That's why they try to disconnect us from it. So we don't have to really eat so much. That's like an animal. That's like being an animal. You know what I mean? You ain't got nothing to do. You either go have sex or you eat. It's one or the other. You know what I'm saying? Have sex, eat, or talk about somebody, or try to find a way to manipulate you and your low self. You know what I mean? So in order to evolve and get to a higher evolved spiritual well-being and shit, yeah, it involves getting the bad bacteria up out of you. And it's not necessarily mucus, you know. Mucus is your friend, you know. That's lymph. You need that. It's the bacteria that sits in that mucus that gets stagnant in your body, which is stagnant in the lymph nodes and shit. I'm pointing to all the lymph nodes, you know, they all over. But they get stagnant and it becomes hard, and hence it becomes a tumor. And then motherfuckers want to cut the tumor out you now. If you got some good ass insurance, they like, yo, man, we got to cut the tumor out. Bless you. Appreciate you, Rez. I appreciate you. Thank you. I was going to say, alhamdulillah, in a good way, though. We're looking at Allah as being the all spirit, you know what I mean? But yeah, I appreciate the love, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, alive in peace. I appreciate you coming up in the game. Oh yeah, I had to look down and shit. So yeah, you know, so basically moving the fruit, moving the lymph, it requires you having a high amount of fruit in your diet, you know, about 60 to 70% or more. 70% you should be cool, you know what I mean? 70% you'd be real good, real good. I did it 80%, like a lot, and I still do it now. I don't think I eat a lot of I don't eat nothing until later on anyway, so I'm getting the sun. Even if it's a Sabbath and you know you don't eat and shit, sometimes you be like, it don't be an urge, but it's like, just because you know you ain't gonna eat, you can't eat, you'll probably try it, but you'll want it, but I got past all that stuff now. But anyhow though, you know, yeah, so in the daytime, if it's sunny, yeah, of course, but if it's not sunny, you may have an urge. I don't have the urge and shit, but I'm just saying, individuals may. So it's just like, yo, go ahead and get some, eat fruit all the damn near. As soon as you get an urge to eat, if you have a salt craving, you have some type of kidney problem, a little bit of adrenal problem. Basically, if you're craving anything that's kind of like salty or cook wise, that's what you don't do it yourself. You gotta just catch on to this. I'm gonna have to put whole little pinpoints on, just little like 5 or 6 pinpoints, just to notice, you know, your little cravings, if you know why you craving this shit in the first place. Because you really don't crave, you know, cooked food and nothing like that. You really if you're starving or you just came off a fast, I guarantee you the first thing you really want to eat after a good fast, you're going to want to eat something like a fresh vegetable or a fresh piece of fruit. You're not going to want to just eat something that's cooked. Like if you ate a piece of chicken after a good ass fast, man, you probably damn near die, man. It's cooked and it's an animal, and it's an animal protein. And we know undigested animal proteins is what that's lodged in the brain is what causes schizophrenia. According to, I think it was the Gershu's method. I gotta really find that one out. That was a long time since I read that, so I don't recall. I won't say I forgot. I just haven't recalled. But I have studied those things, you know, books I read a long time ago. And so, I think it's in this book called Everything. What it says by Kevin Trudeau. He's not a doctor. Natural cures they don't want you to know about. Yeah, I had that book when I was like 23 or something like that. You know, so I'm past 43, so that's some while ago. I was younger. So anyhow, though, but we still been going good and going strong. So anyhow, man. So keeping the lymph moving, that's the best thing you possibly can do. You know what I mean? You'll stay away from you know the doctors as far as like on a level of your health wise. Now, if you hurt yourself, your fingers and shit like that, that's different. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna eat it for everybody. And, you know, limbs is different now. You know, but at the same time, you can actually use your esoteric energy from, you know, your semen retention. If you're a man, that shit heals you up too. You'd be so surprised. If any pain you had, all you gotta do is go to rest, get into the higher realms and get the dreaming and shit. Because you're eating the right things. I know that's getting esoteric with it, but that happens too with that energy. You heal quicker. So anyhow though, but with the fruit, man, that's all you gotta do. Get them berries in, get a couple handfuls of berries in. If you can afford it, man, go ahead and get that shit every day. Then you start getting real creative with it because you ain't gonna be wanting to fill your belly up anyways with food. So now you're gonna be juicing your fruit. Now you got like 4 pounds of fruit in your little elixir that you made. Like, man, look what I did. I put these berries, you know, because you can't eat a lot of berries and shit. So, you know, I mean, you can, but you know what I'm saying? If you can get a lot of them and put them in a juicer and then put your little ginger in there, oh, man. You put a lot of ginger, you build your ginger tolerance up, oh, man, you be up the chain. You got 7 pounds of berries now. You sipping throughout the day and shit. Like, it's your post-workout. You might put your little BCAs up in there, you know, supernatural BCAs. Boom. Now you good. Now you building muscle and shit because you're using BCAs along with the fruit and the BCAs that, you know, we as a society or civilization then came up with for us to benefit our, you know, our muscular, you know, structures and shit. As far as like, you know, rebuilding the muscle after working out in a strenuous way, like using glutamine and stuff like that. They use glutamine in surgery. People don't know how to use it in working out. You have to use it a little bit more than what you would normally be suggested to use. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get about 9 grams of that shit up in you. That shit'll heal a muscle ache quick, man. Like, they don't want you to know that shit, man. Glutamine is the shit. It used to be cheap. Now out here they charge like $39 for that shit. I'm like, what? You can get it out in Walmart somewhere for like just pure glutamine or something like that for like $9, for like 80 uses and shit, you know. But you got to use double the uses though. And you drink that during your workout, and you know, you just take a little, that much, like boom. I'm talking about that much water. And you pour the glutamine don't taste nasty and shit. You just, wow, dump that. It's doing what it do. You ain't got to mix it with nothing. Glutamine is actually cool enough for that. You know, like citrulline and AKGs, that's a little different. That's dealing with the blood stimulation. But glutamine, it helps with repairing the muscle. So you definitely add that in. If I say anything to use, it's glutamine or citrulline. You know what I'm saying? I don't even say creatine. I always say creatine, but you can use creatine. That holds water, but citrulline is a blood pump. You know, so that's going to help you push the blood to its muscle. But a lot of old school use AKGs and shit. Which is L-arginine, you know what I'm saying? L-arginine, AKG weight, not just pure L-arginine. But that helps with vascular shit, like having your veins and shit. But we can do it we'll show you the do-it-yourself way. Just don't eat that much sodium. That's it. You know what I mean? Just cut out the sodium, your veins will start showing. And then if you take any type of AKG, boom, you'll have your veins will get to showing. But that's where a lot of people had those heart attacks from that. So citrulline is really the better shit to use because that gives you a fuller pump. And it's not a coinky dinky that citrulline is present in a lot of fruits or a lot of like melons and shit, you know. And then also citrulline, you know, creatine make you strong, but citrulline makes you strong. It's like all the nutrients is working and shit, and it gives you a strong pump. And if you just want to hold the pump in you, you know what I'm saying, that's when you use your glutamine and shit. But you know, you can't overdo it because you have to let your blood flow in your body and shit. Some people don't do that. They get so caught up in the flesh that they like how they still puffed up and shit, you know what I mean? Because they figured out the chemistry of the concoction to keep their body looking a certain way. And they have stagnant damn near blood now. You know what I'm saying? And when they have stagnant blood and shit, now you're gonna have some type of disease. You ain't gonna really be diseased out and shit. I don't know if you can have blood disease or not, but I know it deals with the heart and shit, you know, so that's why you got to keep the blood flowing too, because it flows flat, it flows fast and shit. So anyhow, though, you eat beets and stuff like that for the blood, that'll keep everything going, you know. And so, but yeah, you clean up the lymphatic system, you clean up the blood right away, you know what I mean? So all we got to do is stay. It must be Mercury retrograde or something, man. Shit, there gotta be. I'm a Mercury rule sign and shit. But yeah, just stay on track. A train stays on track, so stay on track with just keeping the kidneys doing what they're supposed to do, moving the lymph. They keep your skin right. They keep they keep you right on balance, right on point with any of those free radicals and shit that's trying to live up in you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're a meat eater. But if you're a vegan type of person, you know what I mean, they don't really stay in you that damn long and shit. They actually come out because your lymph is moving a little bit more. Let me scratch it. However, we ain't getting caught up in the word vegan with the packaging shit, you know what I mean? We're just saying vegan like just straight up no dairy type shit, you know what I mean? But the packaging, sometimes Muzz went through it. I have done it, you know what I'm saying? I don't even hate on nobody. I understand. I could have been the one of like, you know, nope, this, that, and the third, you know, but I experienced it, so I already know. I could chop it up with people who actually want to experience that too, you know, or whatever. But I don't do it all the time. I know I get tired of shit if I eat it too much. The wrong thing. You know, if it's like, even if it's enjoyable and shit. If I eat Chipotle every damn day for 2 weeks, I'm probably not gonna want to eat Chipotle. You know what I mean? I'm gonna change it up. You know what I mean? This is how it is and shit. And so that's cool. I think Mosai made us like that anyways. You know, because we're chemistry. You know, whatever you put in your body and shit, you're really making chemistry up. So you're building your body up. And some people, like I say, they get caught up in the illusion of having blood stay into your bone and stay into your muscles and shit. You know what I mean? You do this the clean way. You know, you have glutamine, but not just overdo it. But glutamine does help though. And not using, you know, steroids. People use them like, I guess, I don't say use them, but I'm pretty sure people use them when they get a little later. Some, you know, people know how to use it. You don't have to do it, but that's dealing with the ego once again. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're dealing with ego. They got other stuff too. Something that deals with blood flow that'll make it, it's all about the blood flow. Because when the blood goes in there, your muscles gonna fill out anyways, or the water's gonna fill out. The do-it-yourself thing, citrulline, electrolytes, and that's it. Really, you don't even need AKGs. You know, even if you don't even, because if you got the will to drive to work out, you know, of course you can have a little stimulant if it's maybe a caffeine or something. You'll know not to go overboard if you're not one of those like coke heads. I don't mean that in a bad way and shit, but like, you know, coke heads like, man, I need some caffeine, I need some coke, everything. Let's get to work out. You know, and they can't do shit without none of that. Like, oh man, you ain't even got the heart to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm sorry. Like, damn, man. I was just about to hit that line before I was finna go do this motherfucking, these sets thing. No. But that's it though, man. You know what I'm saying? So keeping the blood flowing, man, is pretty much, the lymphatic fluid going is pretty much the best thing you could possibly do to keep your health right. And that's just keeping your lymph clean. It's like a sewer system. You don't want you to have a backed up sewer system in your house and shit, the toilet all stinking and shit. It comes and reeks through your skin and your pores because you got a backed up sewer system. You'll be reeking. You smell like what the hell you ate. You know what I'm saying? If you ate some bullshit. So, you know, it's a constant refining thing. And when you keep the kidneys filtering, you'll know you're doing your job. You know when your kidneys are not filtering when you're not checking. You're like, oh, but if you do check and you start seeing like, oh, I see my mucus, and that shit start coming out, you're gonna love to see the mucus. And then you see that when it's really filtering, you're eating more grapes. This is the astringent fruit that really makes it filter. So when you start eating more of that shit and oranges and shit, man, that shit, you have thick little threads and shit of just mucus. It's happy to see that shit. That means it's pulling all that plaque and all that shit that's in your kidneys off them walls, man. And then you rub your little back too. If you can't get it to go too, just hit it a couple times. Blah, 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 you know, stuff. Man, it's like a car. It started up and shit. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Yeah, because you'll know that you're fizzing it out every time. You know what I'm saying? And now, if it's clogged up, you probably, if you're working out a lot too, if you've been taking subs, it might be clogged up too from that because it's filtering. You know, it's trying to filter. So the best thing to do is take a couple days off of that. You know what I mean? And then eat. You know, go on a great fast. Go on a great fast to get it back to moving. You can add those back in the game, but don't add it at a high dosage level. You know what I'm saying? You add those subs back in the game after you done cleared your kidneys out. Remember, that's the key. That's you got to find your kidney chemistry. New word, kidney chemistry. You got to find that out. You gonna probably hear motherfuckers talking about that too. You know what I mean? But yeah, but this is do it yourself. You're gonna just tap in, and once you know that them joints is moving, you're gonna start. You see if it is moving, man, you're gonna start getting ripped up and shit. You can see your veins. I know I'm just showing my little strides and shit. You got little strides going on, man. You know, you start seeing all that shit because it's pulling all the mucus and all the little everything's from every little, all the cell cleaning and the cleansing. And man, everything start doing what it do. I'm telling you. Then you start feeling better and happier and shit, and all them damn parasites about you, and you joyful and shit. You eat a piece of fruit. You wonder why you're happy while you're eating a piece of fruit. I had to learn that. It's almost like having a shot of liquor, which is fruit, basically, but it's fermented, or whatever it is, distilled, whatever it is. But I used to eat a piece of fruit when I know when them energies is coming into the gym where I was at, and I was working at behind it. I know they was coming for me because I worked overnight. I'm like, oh yeah, they look at my gym. It's like a party. When I go to work at 10, everybody waiting at the desk, waiting to ask me a question. Can I do this and this and this? I'm coming. I got to bring all the fruit with me, like to deal with these motherfuckers. But you know, that's how it is, man. So especially if you feel attacked and sad, anyways, a piece of fruit should make you feel a certain way, feel a little bit better. You know, not like a piece of cake to certain people. You know, I'm gonna be nice. You know, so it's the same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Eating a piece of fruit. Sit back, go to a spot like this somewhere in your cut or whatever. You know, I got videos where I did in the wintertime. You know what I'm saying? I went to the streams, and if the streams were running, the ducks was there, my vibe is there. You know, I got my little whatever. I go somewhere, especially if the sun's shining after my workout, I enjoy my fruit by myself. And it's like a getting in tune, man. You know what I mean? It's a spiritual thing. Really, you enjoy eating fruit by yourself. It's a good thing. Learning how to eat fruit too. It's more than just sitting in public. You really sit down and get yourself together, and you're really gonna enjoy the damn fruit, man. I don't like to say it in like the damn fruit, but you're really gonna enjoy it, G. You know. So, and the more you hold it and love it, the more love you put in it, man. It's off the chain. And you realize you don't really need that much. Like I realize I only need one grapefruit. You know, you would think you need 2 grapefruits, but you really don't. Grapefruit, when you're cutting up and shit, grapefruit had your ass ripped. So, you know, I eat that towards the springtime. And it's damn near almost better than the orange, but an orange will keep you full because it's really high, has a lot of calories. You eat about 4 oranges, you good. 8 oranges, you good through the whole day. You know what I'm saying? With 2 apples, oh, you don't even need 2 apples. You probably need 1 big ass Fiji apple or something, 1. Put a little bit of, eat a little, ginger root. It's a root, so, roots is good too. Eat a little ginger root and all that stuff like that, man. That's like your medicine. All that stuff in the daytime, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta eat no big ass meal. Eat a good salad if you want to after a workout and you're about to have lunch or something. Or if you eat in the daytime at solar noon, get you a big ass, good, Incredible Hulk salad. Love his grandma. With some guacamole on that thing, man. With some kale. I eat kale. People be against kale. I like kale. The super, B. Kale grew through the winter in Minnesota. I seen it with my own eyes. Greens, thick ass greens, collard greens. People get collard greens. I'm like, collard greens still, we can run with them shits and make it swole, man. Horses eat that shit too. Horses, not horses, but horses. I know what. Don't horses eat greens? I know they eat hay and shit. You know what I'm saying? That horses can eat apples and everything. Them motherfuckers is ripped up. They're majestic looking creatures. You know what I mean? But yeah, greens help though. I know for sure. I grew on greens. You know what I mean? And I started eating them later on too when I became a vegan. I made my own little spicy recipes and shit. Hey, Francis, what's happening? Made my own little spicy recipes and made them sweet and shit and tender. And I learned how not to overcook them joints. And kept them really nutritious. I ain't been eating greens lately. Greens that have your skin going, baby. Kale that have you glowing. You can saute that with a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of tamari sauce and a little bit of garlic. You don't need much. Just a little heat on that, man, where it's still light green. You put a little carrots up in there, boy, woo, good. See, you'll appreciate shit like that, especially when you're eating fruit, because that's more complex. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, and it still has sugars in there, so the sugars is still the fuel to the body. A lot of people is against sugar, but it's just the type of sugar. Once again, eating the wrong sugars, yeah, you're gonna be messed up, man. Diabetes will pop out. You know, but you're eating the right sugars though. I mean, eating the wrong sugars, you'll be messed up. But right sugars, you're on point, man. You know, slow digestive carbs, which is sugars. You know, it's pasta. You just got to be careful on how you eat pasta. You know, see how long it takes for your body to digest pasta, or certain, you know, slow digestive carbs like quinoa or something like that. You know, see how long it takes for you to, you know, you may not have to eat quinoa every day. You may can eat it every other day, and in between, when you get really disciplined and eat nothing but the fruit, and you know, maybe a couple roots and stuff like that in between. You know, like like I got these right here, right? I was blessed with these. These are cucumbers. It's fruit. You know what I'm saying? It's crunchy. You know, so. And I got them, you know, they taste like they good. Fresh as they is. I ain't even got to dip them in shit. They eat them up. I break them in half and shit. Like, eat them joints. You know what I mean? And they fresh. These are real cucumbers and shit. Then they got cucumbers that's like real big and swole. I used to get from the farmer's market on the mainland and shit. You know, that had your ass full. Go to the farmer's market, you spend like $3-5. You got you a thing of kale, tomato for the digestion, and cucumber. Boom. Eat that right there. Just get used to that for a second. Then you can put sauces on there, and you realize you don't even need sauce like that. You don't even want to dilute your shit too tough. You know what I mean? But you can make it fancy and make your own little sauce up. So what's your source of protein, or do we not need protein to build muscle? Yeah, we just need BCAAs to build the muscle, which is the branched chain amino acids. And I'm about to have some branched chain amino acids, and I know it's gonna be like, that's what it is. But you know, fruit will help. Vegetables, but the best one is peas though. Peas, some people will be against beans. A lot of Dr. Robert Morris peoples are against beans because they create certain type of things. They say some type of ash or something in your body, but we've been eating beans. My people have been eating beans for a long time, especially our muscular brothers and shit who could digest, you know, red beans and rice and stuff like that. So we ate all the beans, navy beans, lima beans, all the thick beans and stuff, you know, but garbanzo beans, which is peas, they work. If you don't want to like soak them for forever and shit, they work damn near right away. Peas, you can eat them over damn near right away. That's most highest best protein at damn near you can get. You know what I'm saying? A handful of peas, oh man, you be swole. I ain't even got no peas. They got them expensive out here. I used to get them out there. They'd be like 59 cents for the can. I was doing them in the canned goods and shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have a place to cook them all the time. But out here they cost like about $3 or $4 for a can of peas, man. But them shits is super. You eat 2 cans of those, man, you on point. And you dress them up with whatever, but you add them in. That's your protein pellets and shit. Them shits have your ass right. And that's guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? If I had to like choose 5 foods and I think I needed to live on for sure, you know, you're gonna have to have a slow digestive carb, and then you have to have that protein, which will be a pea. So a quinoa, pea, a tomato, a kale, and a root. A potato and a potato. You know what I'm saying? Those little 5 joints, if I had to have them, that'd be it right there. You know what I'm saying? Because I got everything I need on the plate at that point. Everything you need and shit. You know what I'm saying? That you can sustain yourself on. Everything else after that is just like a plus and shit. You know? So yeah. Pea protein, that's what it is. We're gonna add that into the game. I'm gonna start showing we eating peas, and you know, avocado give you that nice little fat filling, that full filling. Avocado is off the chain, G. You can damn near live off that shit. Guacamole, man, avocado by itself is damn near tastes like, it's like guacamole. You put a couple fucking onions in there, some carrots, not carrots, onions, tomatoes, and you can put anything in that mug, man. Shit, that you good with that. Corn, anything you put in avocado is gonna taste good, man. The avocado is like nature's mayonnaise and shit if you need it, you know, and chip dip and whatever you want to use it for. So yeah, that's definitely off the chain. And cilantro, boom, there you go. Man, that's what I'm talking. How could I forget that flavorful ass smelling shit? That make the food taste so good, even if you put it in the rice. Oh man, must be like, damn, what the hell is that? You just put a little cilantro in that joint. That shit had you sitting at the house humming with it, like, yo, man. But yeah, how can I forget that one? The cilantro, even with the cut black olives, man. that's like a little meaty thing too. You know, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Little black olives if I can grow those things. But yeah, I gotta get the land and do all that stuff too. That's happening real. That'll happen. So we be like, yo, we eating this and do this and boom, boom, boom. We got, you know. But yeah, hey, I'm going to charge this phone up, man. I'm about to get ready to go on the inside just for a second. I usually don't like going on the inside, but I got my little charger on. I think I've been out here for got 2 hours in the sun for sure. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. They try to block the sun, but it came out today. So that was grateful. I'm grateful for y'all jumping up in here too, man. So yeah, we doing celibacy through the whole year. You know, I'm already, oh man, they tried to jump up in here, man. So just to get our power, you know what I mean? They get you back going strong, especially being a man and shit, you can pull females, you even go on your dates and shit without having lustful thoughts and stuff like that. Just being who you is, all right? But yeah, with that being said, I love y'all. Thanks for joining in, and I'll be with you in the next one. Peace. Boy, that sun shining. Beaming on in there. Willie beaming, gleaming. Golly, boy, you see that shit?